The Rock and Cody Rhodes secretly renewed their feud. Jacob Fatu betrays Solo Sikoa. Major changes to the New Day's status following Raw split. Liv Morgan set to drop her Women's World title. Drew McIntyre replaced a 36-year-old WWE Superstar. Paul Heyman's favor to CM Punk is set to sideline Cody Rhodes. Let's dive right in. Jacob Fatu betrays Solo Sikoa. Jacob Fatu is someone to watch out for in the WWE lineup. The Enforcer is truly one of a kind. He's got insane strength, agility, and speed. Time and again, he's taken out the OG Bloodline all on his own, and his dedication to Solo Sikoa has made him unstoppable. Although the 32-year-old and his team crew gave it their all at Survivor Series, War Games, they couldn't take down the OG Bloodline and CM Punk. Toward the end of the men's War Games match, the team led by Roman Reigns cornered the new Tribal Chief, which helped secure the win for the OTC's side. What will Jacob Fatu do now? What will he do as the year comes to a close? Here are 4 predictions for the Samoan Werewolf in 2025. Number 1. Jacob Fatu could kick out Solo Sikoa and become the new Tribal Chief. Tensions have simmered between the Enforcer and his Tribal Chief, yet nothing has escalated to a breaking point. However, this underlying friction could catalyze future conflict stemming from the War Games match. Just as Solo Sikoa stepped up in Reigns' absence, Fatu may be ready to do the same with the 31-year-old. He could even assert that he has the blessing of the Great One to make his move. Soon, Fatu could attack Solo for getting pinned at Survivor Series, using the defeat as justification to strip him of leadership and remove him from the Bloodline. This unexpected twist could see Fatu declaring himself the new Tribal Chief, opening the door to an exciting new chapter in the group's rich history. Number 2. Roman vs. Fatu at WrestleMania 41. Solo's uneven booking and poor win-loss record have hindered his believability as the new Bloodline leader. While WWE seems to be gearing up for a Solo versus Reigns showdown, Jacob Fatu might offer a way more exciting clash. Fatu's strong presence and distinct wrestling style might align well with Roman Reigns' aura, setting the stage for an exciting showdown. A WrestleMania clash next year, where Fatu comes out on top, could launch him into stardom and provide Roman Reigns with a solid competitor. The narrative of family betrayal and power struggles would enhance the emotional stakes, delivering a match that could resonate with fans and elevate the Bloodline story. Number 3. Jacob Fatu could become The Rock's enforcer. The Rock hinted at Bad Blood 2024 PLE that he might be involved with this new version of the Bloodline. He could be the one leading the faction that helped bring it to life. Solo Sikoa getting pinned at Survivor Series, War Games makes him look like a weak leader, which could give the final boss a chance to step in and boot him from the Bloodline. The Great One could come in, take the reins, and steer the Bloodline into a new era of dominance. Jacob Fatu could step up as The Rock's enforcer. With this new leadership, the group could bounce back and reach new levels of success. This change in power might spark some interesting rivalries, as old friends clash in a bid to secure their spot in the revamped Bloodline hierarchy. Number 4. U.S. title reign. Jacob Fatu could be destined for a singles title, with the United States Championship as a potential stepping stone. While Shinsuke Nakamura is the current champion, Fatu's eventual rise could lead to a dominant reign. WWE has an opportunity to book him like Brock Lesnar, Gunther, or Roman Reigns, rarely pinned or submitted with a fearsome aura. If he wins the title, he could have a reign that surpasses even the Ring General's legendary Intercontinental Championship run, showcasing a psychotic, dominant, and brutal heel persona that feels fresh on WWE TV. A carefully crafted title run could cement Fatu as one of WWE's top stars and elevate the prestige of any championship he holds. Major changes to the New Day's status following Raw split. WWE has made major developments in the status of 2 top groups. Monday's Raw served as the New Day's 10th anniversary celebration, but the WWE Universe was shocked when Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, turned on Big E sources, have now revealed a significant update on the New Day and one of their biggest rivals. The New Day officially debuted on November 28, 2014, during a live SmackDown. They defeated Heath Slater, Titus O'Neil, and Curtis Axel in under 4 minutes. The trio went on to have 12 tag team reigns in World Wrestling Entertainment, while Woods and Kingston became the 3rd tag team Triple Crown champions. The fan favorites spent several months as heels early on, but have been top babyfaces since early 2016. The group is no more after Kingston and Woods turned on their injured partner. Sources have revealed Kingston and Woods are now officially heels on the Raw brand. PW Insider adds that Kofi and Xavier were moved to the heel side of the internal WWE roster coming out of Monday's Raw. The War Raiders also had their status changed on the internal WWE roster. Eric and Ivar are now listed as babyfaces. After returning from injuries, the War Raiders won 4 straight matches but failed to dethrone Finn Balor and JD McDonough of the World Tag Team Championship last week. The former Viking Raiders have feuded with the Judgment Day for weeks. Eric and Ivar defeated Kingston and Woods on the recent Raw from Saudi Arabia. The week before, the Raiders won a tournament final over the New Day and the LWO to earn last week's unsuccessful title shot. Finn Balor and JD McDonough recently passed the 5-month mark in their first reign together as WWE World Tag Team Champions. The Judgment Day duo has been criticized for only defending twice on TV since dethroning Awesome Truth on June 24th. They retained over the New Day in mid-September and over the War Raiders last week. Balor is set to challenge World Heavyweight Champion Gunther at Saturday night's main event. He was granted the title shot, but Adam Pearce ruled that he and McDonough must defend their tag titles soon, and that match will be announced next Monday on Raw. It remains to be seen who will challenge Balor and McDonough next, but a title change has been rumored. It's believed that this will be a multi-team match, with the New Day, the LWO, and the War Raiders as likely opponents for a fatal 4-way. Liv Morgan set to drop her Women's World title. Liv Morgan is the reigning Women's World Champion on WWE Raw. However, she could lose her title to a returning veteran during the Red Brand's premiere on Netflix on January 6, 2025. Becky Lynch's potential comeback is getting a lot of buzz after she showed up at the WWE and Netflix media event on December 3rd. The 22-year veteran who started her career in 2002 hasn't been in the ring since the May 27th episode of Raw. In that match, she went up against the Miracle Kid inside a steel cage, but lost thanks to Dominic Mysterio's interference. After that match, Lynch completely vanished from WWE. The timing also coincided with her contract reportedly ending in June, leading fans to speculate about a possible permanent retirement. Meanwhile, Liv Morgan boldly declared that she had retired Becky Lynch several times. But Lynch's recent appearance at the Vulture Festival has sparked new hope for her fans. During the panel discussion, the man mentioned that she wouldn't go down with a cage slammed over her head, which many took as a hint of her returning to the Stamford-based promotion. If Lynch does come back, the timing and platform could not be more significant. The January 6th episode of Raw, which is the show's Netflix premiere, would be the perfect spot for her return. She could immediately challenge Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship, potentially dethroning her to capture her 8th world title in the Stamford-based promotion. It remains to be seen if the Irish superstar will come back and claim the championship gold from Morgan. Although this angle is just speculation, and there has been no official statement, but her recent interviews and appearances at events suggest it could happen. If she does return to WWE, it would be a huge deal for her fans and the company. Becky Lynch showed up at the WWE and Netflix media event to hype up the Red Brand's transition to the global streaming service. A group photograph of her with several big-name stars went viral on social media. Liv Morgan responded to the photograph in a way that stirred up the rumors about a possible rematch. She took to X, FKA Twitter, and posted a modified version of the image, playfully hiding Lynch's face with a house emoji. There seems to be some tension between the two, hinting at unresolved issues. A rematch between Lynch and Morgan might be on the horizon. Only time will tell what happens next. Drew McIntyre replaced a 36-year-old WWE superstar. This week on Raw, Drew McIntyre made his presence felt in the most harrowing way possible. Following an incredible main event match between Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn, the Scottish Warrior shockingly hit the underdog from the underground with a claymore. However, his return to the Red Brand was somewhat unexpected, especially considering his state after the brutal hell in a cell match at Bad Blood. This raises the question, did WWE bring him back early? And if so, why? Well, several reports suggest Drew McIntyre's return was moved up because Triple H and Codis needed him to replace a 36-year-old superstar. The star happens to be none other than the injured Big Bronson Reed. The Auszilla was a big-time player at Survivor Series, War Games, joining forces with Solo Sikoa and the new Bloodline in the faction's war against Roman Reigns' OG Bloodline. Amid this war, Reed ended up as a casualty, as he hurt both his ankles after executing a tsunami off the top of the cage. So, according to PW Insider, it is for this reason that Drew McIntyre's return was moved up a couple of weeks as a means to compensate for the Australian's injury. Now, of course, as things stand, this could all be speculation. But one thing is for sure, McIntyre is back, and he's back with a vengeance. And this time around, his target doesn't seem to be CM Punk. The former WWE champion seems to be focused on the best in the world's teammates at Survivor Series, War Games, the OG Bloodline members. Everyone saw Drew McIntyre decimate Sami Zayn on Raw this past Monday. As mentioned earlier, the Scottish psychopath delivered a devastating claymore to the former Intercontinental Champion after the 40-year-old's match against Seth Rollins. However, attacking Zayn may not have been the only thing the Scottish Warrior did this past Monday night. While there was tension between Rollins and Zayn before their match, things boiled over during the main event because of what had happened before it. Earlier in the night, Jey Uso was attacked backstage. So, heading into the match, Sami was convinced that the Visionary was the one behind the attack. Now, looking back, although it has not been confirmed, there is a good chance that McIntyre was the one behind it. But at this point, there is no telling who it was. Regardless, all eyes will be on Drew now that he is back. Paul Heyman's favor to CM Punk is set to sideline Cody Rhodes. A former WWE personality recently gave his thoughts on what CM Punk might ask from Paul Heyman after teaming up with Roman Reigns' OG Bloodline. The name in question is Freddie Prinze Jr. Ahead of Survivor Series, War Games, Paul Heyman introduced CM Punk as the 5th member of Roman Reigns' team. It was later revealed that the Wiseman would owe a favor to the best in the world for agreeing to team up with the OG Bloodline. The Second City Saint kept his word and helped Reigns' side emerge victorious. Since then, many people have been wondering what favor Punk would ask from Heyman. In a recent edition of his Wrestling with Freddie podcast, former WWE writer Freddie Prinze Jr. said that he believed if in the future Roman Reigns dethrones Cody Rhodes to become the undisputed WWE champion, then CM Punk could ask Paul Heyman for a title shot. Maybe if one day Roman Reigns gets the title back off Cody Rhodes, then that's the favor that CM Punk asks for. Yo, I want a shot at the title. That's what I want you to give me, he said. If what Freddie Prinze Jr. mentioned ends up happening, then Cody Rhodes could get sidelined as he wouldn't get a rematch and might be out of the storyline completely. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns won't be happy either, as he would have to defend the gold against CM Punk, possibly only a few days after he takes the title off Rhodes. Similar to Freddie Prinze Jr., Sam Roberts recently discussed what he thought CM Punk's favor could be on his Not Sam Wrestling podcast. Roberts said that he believed Punk could ask for a title shot from Paul Heyman if Roman Reigns ends up winning a championship. You told me not to worry about War Games. Now War Games is over, so what's the favor? I personally still believe, as I believed after watching Survivor Series, the favor is going to end up being my tribal chief. The favor is that if and when you reclaim the WWE Championship, nay, your WWE Championship, then CM Punk will be able to call in an opportunity at the championship whenever he desires. It remains to be seen what favor Paul Heyman owes to CM Punk after Survivor Series, War Games 2024. The Rock and Cody Rhodes secretly renewed their feud. It has been rumored that The Rock and a major WWE star filmed something at a recent non-wrestling event. It was reported that the final boss secretly renewed his feud with Cody Rhodes at a movie premiere. On the WrestleMania 40 Fallout episode of Raw, the Great One confronted the American Nightmare and told him that their story wasn't finished yet. He got his hands on the undisputed WWE Championship, and at one point, it felt like they were teasing a match for the title at the Show of Shows next year. According to Fightful Select, The Rock and Cody Rhodes filmed something together a few weeks ago at the premiere of the wrestling legend's new animated movie, Moana 2. The report clarified that it's unknown yet what it was about. The megastar has often been compared to two of the biggest stars of the Attitude Era, the People's Champion and Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's been one of the company's biggest baby faces for quite some time now, as he's very popular with the fans. Speaking on the Straight Talk with the Boss podcast, Magnum TA felt that The Rock coming back to WWE affected LA Knight's career, and that the latter never recovered from it. Just when you look at the last 12 months of LA Knight, and look at how strong he was coming along before Rock came back, and they were buzzing on him. He was working these people. They were chanting his name, and it was like he never really recovered from Rock coming back. You know, he never regained that momentum, and I think they absolutely needed to make a change, he said. LA Knight lost his United States Championship to Shinsuke Nakamura at Survivor Series last week. It'll be interesting to see whether he'll get a rematch.